Previously on Backstage with Nicola.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. We just had, I think, what we can term our first very wet show. I don't think I've ever got quite so soaked. Oh, God.
And now.
And here is everything drying out after last night's show. Good evening, everybody. We are here at the lovely Westminster at Dean's Yard. Hallelujah. 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 And this is the lovely Chris, you've seen before.
Just doing my shirt up.
Chris wanted to be in this video, so this is Chris's moment.
This is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. Martin McCutcheon, who?
Yeah, so here we are, folks. As you can see behind us, we have some beautiful scenery. If I focus up, it should. There we go. Look at that. And there are a beautiful audience, 500 strong tonight. So it should be a really good one. Really looking forward to it.
It stayed beautifully fine for our first show in Westminster, but that sadly was not the case for the second one when it tipped it down. Now, sadly for me, that was the night a lot of my friends came to see the show. And in particular, one group of friends came to see the show the year before when we did Comedy of Errors, and it bucketed it down on that night as well. They do seem to pick them. So I recommend if you want to come and see me in an open air show in London, best thing to do is get in touch, find out which night my friends are coming on, and then don't go on that night, because it's probably going to rain.
Here we are at, where are we? The Hawth in Crawley. And it's gorgeous weather, isn't it, team?
Yeah.
And we're really, really happy that we get to wear our raincoats that we've carried around with us and not had to wear for months.
I paid £25 for this raincoat. I'm glad I'm actually going to get used to it.
And we're sheltering because it is persisting down out there. You can't see, you're just going to have to trust me. There's
I mean, do the puddle.
Oh, hang on, bit of puddle action.
Like Jurassic Park.
Is that your gloves? Nice.
Come to Crawley.
Come to Crawley, they said. It'd be fun, they said.
Just take a break. Okay, anyone Kit Kat?
Oh, I'd love a Kit Kat right now.
The joy of a radiator. These are normally a much more different colour, much lighter. So let's give it a go. Oh man. See, this is what life on tour is like. Very, very glamorous. God. We are currently sat cuddling this radiator because it's really cold and we got really wet in the game, and I don't understand because it was like 30 degrees in Fulham, which was last week. What happened? Literally cuddling a radiator. It's okay, Katie. It's okay. Well, good evening. It's dried off now, and so have we, mostly, thanks to the incredible facilities at the Hawth. Thank you so much for looking after it. But now it's dried off. If I pan the camera up, that's looking pretty good. So let's hope it stays. Really excited to be here because this is where I started my Illyria journey, as this was our first show for Comedy of Errors. So it's really nice to be back here. You can see the audience coming in behind me. We've got about 20 minutes till the show starts, so just enough time for me to finish my warm-up and then get going. Good morning, everyone. I say morning because it's after midnight, but actually technically it's night. So it stayed dry for the show, which was brilliant. However, we got very wet and very cold doing the get-in. We didn't quite warm up. So we've treated ourselves because we are back. Do you recognise this? We are back at Cobham. Woohoo! So we have treated ourselves to a bit of dirty fast food. Amazing. Like, I would normally do this at this time of night, but I'm so hungry and it was so cold and it was so worth it. And look, it's David again.
I'm not David, I'm the doorman. Go on, off, get food. There you go.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are on our way down to Torrington, and it appears everybody is heading down to the West Country. This services is so busy. We're all a bit tired. Today it's the end of I don't know what you'd call it, a meteorologically challenged week. So this is a little bit much to cope with right now. So hello again everyone, I'm just back at the van waiting for the others to get back, and it is all about the food today, all about the food. We've had a very wet week. We've enjoyed ourselves, but it does make it that little bit more tiring. So we're all a little bit sleepy today. So I've got some good hot food to eat now before we carry on driving to get to our venue today. Which we have heard the weather is going to be so bad, the rain's going to be so bad, the venue requested we take the show indoors. So we're going to be performing indoors in an arts centre today. So that'll be something a little bit different. So we are now in the Plough Arts Centre. We were supposed to be outdoors today, but the weather has just been horrendous. It's been constant rain and they made a decision to bring us in. So here we are, we're inside. And believe it or not, David has just walked into my videos. Again, this man just keeps copying up.
I'm never there.
So there's our lovely stage. In front of it, you can see bits of our tent drying out after yesterday's horrendously wet getting. It's all around the theatre at the moment. So we've got bits of tent drying there, bits of tent drying up there. And when we arrived, we spread all of our costumes out so they would try and dry out as well. It will be a bit of a different show because being indoors, a little bit like when we were at Sturts, we can't speak as loudly as we normally do. In fact, we get to speak pretty much at a normal conversational volume, which for us used to bellowing is quite interesting. I forgot to mention, so since we're indoors and we're used to being outside, all of a sudden our stage looked very, very dirty. So I went and borrowed a mop, and if you have a look now, it is beautiful. If I come around this side where the light's better, you can see it is beautifully clean. But then we realised our boots were incredibly messy, so I'm just going to pan down so you can have a little look. And I have, there we go, I have polished my boots. Check them out, nice and shiny. So yeah, so we have a clean stage, clean boots, and we're ready to go. Very quickly, here is our backstage today. Very exciting. And look at this. We've got a sofa. This is a treat beyond us, folks.
Leave it up. There's most of all 3,000 ducats.